Okay, when you think of the most iconic nail look in history, what comes to mind? For a lot of us, it's got to be the French manicure, right? That super clean, classic, sophisticated style with the pale pink base and that crisp white tip. It just feels so timeless, like it must have been around forever. But here's the thing. What if I told you that the French manicure isn't actually French at all? Yeah, the real story is way more surprising than you'd think. Let's dive in. All right, so first up, let's talk about the elegant illusion. This is the story most of us probably believe about where this world-famous nail style actually came from. So the myth, it's that this look was born on the chic boulevards of Paris, the very definition of French style. But the reality, it's not even close. Its real birthplace was a bustling Hollywood film set, and it was created not for high fashion, but for simple on-set practicality. Okay, so if it wasn't born in France, then where on earth did it come from? Well, it turns out the answer lies in a really well-kept Hollywood secret. Let me introduce you to Jeff Pink. Now, if that name rings a bell, it should. He's the founder of the famous nail polish brand Orly. And back in the day, he was the guy who solved a massive problem that was driving Hollywood directors crazy. So what was this huge problem? It's actually pretty simple. Actresses were constantly changing costumes, right? And every single time, their nail polish had to be changed to match the new outfit. It was taking up so much time. Directors just needed one versatile, polished look that would work with everything. It was all about saving precious time and, let's be real, money on set. And we're not talking about some bygone golden era of cinema either. This was all happening in the 1970s. And that's exactly when Jeff Pink stepped in and created his simple but totally elegant solution. But then, why the French name? Well, this is just a stroke of marketing genius. As Jeff Pink himself explained, he called it the French manicure purely to give it that vibe of European elegance. He knew that connecting it to that sense of sophistication would make it absolutely irresistible on the market. And wow, was he right. And boy, did it work. What started as just a practical Hollywood hack was about to become a full-blown global phenomenon. I mean, its journey is just incredible when you think about it. It gets invented in the 70s for film sets, but then it just explodes in the 90s and 2000s. Suddenly, it was everywhere, on pop stars, supermodels, red carpets. It became the absolute must-have style. And even today, it's still evolving. And that brings us right up to the present day, because a true classic never really goes out of style. It just gets reinvented for a whole new generation. I mean, today, its classic form is basically a canvas for creativity. That white tip has been swapped out for every color of the rainbow. We see beautiful gradient or ombre fades, tons of glitter accents, and all kinds of intricate decorative art. The core idea is still there, but the execution, it's just endless. So when you boil it all down, the French manicure's story is just this amazing journey. It went from a clever, time-saving trick for Hollywood actresses to a beloved and truly global beauty classic. Pretty incredible. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If a look designed for sheer practicality could become a fashion statement that lasts for decades, what other everyday classics are just out there, waiting to be reinvented? Something to think about. Thanks for joining me on this one.